Exile. The word alone conjures images of isolation, separation, and loss. It may feel like being cast out from the familiar, forced into a foreign land, not just in geography, but in the soul. Yet what if exile is not just a punishment, but an invitation? An invitation to rediscover yourself, to navigate the uncharted terrain of your inner world. Let me tell you a story. There was a time when I found myself far from everything I knew. Not by choice, but by circumstance. It was as though the universe had drawn a line between who I had been and who I could become. At first, the silence of that exile was deafening. I missed the noise of familiarity, the hum of daily routine. I resisted the stillness, sought distractions, even begged for a return to the known. But the known never came back, and so I was left with no choice but to listen, to the quiet, to the wind, to my own restless thoughts. What I learned, and what I wish to share with you, is that exile is not the end. It is the beginning of a different kind of journey. Think of a river. When it's diverted from its course, it doesn't stop flowing. It carves a new path, sometimes through rugged terrain, sometimes over barren land. And in doing so, it discovers new valleys, nourishes new life. We too are like rivers. When we're displaced, whether physically, emotionally, or spiritually, we are given the opportunity to create anew. But how do we navigate this landscape of exile? How do we find purpose in what feels purposeless? Here are 3 lessons I've learned. Number 1, embrace stillness. Exile often strips away the distractions that kept us from facing ourselves. In the beginning, I resented the quiet. I craved noise, any noise to fill the void. But then I remembered an old saying, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. And so I sat. I listened. I heard the whispers of my fears, the echoes of my regrets, but also the faint stirrings of hope and clarity. In stillness, I found strength. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Embrace the stillness. It's where transformation begins. Number 2, redefine your priorities. In the absence of the familiar, I began to ask myself, what truly matters? What do I carry with me when all else is stripped away? The answers were surprisingly simple. Love, integrity, purpose. Exile has a way of sifting through the noise and use this time to reflect. What have you been holding on to that no longer serves you? What dreams have you buried beneath the weight of routine? Number 3, find meaning and connection. Though exile often feels solitary, it can also open the door to deeper connections. I recall meeting a stranger during my own journey. We shared stories over a humble meal, and in that moment, I realized something profound. Shared vulnerability creates bonds stronger than shared comfort. Seek out those who see you for who you are, not just where you've been. Connection is a bridge across even the widest chasms. Exile, my friend, is not just a place, it's a state of mind. And like any state, it is transient. What feels like an ending is often a doorway to a new beginning. When I finally emerged from my own exile, I was not the same person who had entered it. I was more grounded, more intentional, more alive. And I wish the same for you. So the next time you feel cast adrift, remember, you are not lost. You are simply finding a new way. Trust the process. Trust yourself. The landscape of exile may be unfamiliar, but it holds treasures for those who dare to explore it. Until next time, take care of your mind, your heart, and your journey. You're exactly where you need to be. Subscribe for more wisdom and mindfulness. Let's navigate this journey together.